Alright, good evening everybody. It's your boy Keen here to talk about a player who is a first round quality player for the 2016 NFL Draft. But I see him dropping at least to the second round. I'm already going to call that out right now. But I think he's a great player. Talking about Noah Spence coming out of Eastern Kentucky. Now he's hailing from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And he was the first five-star recruit that head coach Urban Meyer recruited to play for Ohio State. He began his career as a Buckeye, and he actually did a great job. And in his first year starting in 2013, he had 52 tackles with 14 and a half tackles for loss and 8 sacks, leading the team. Definitely had a great potential to have a great career for the next upcoming seasons. But then he tested positive for a banned substance, and not only was he kicked out from the team, but also the Big Ten Conference, and he actually switched things over and transferred to Eastern Kentucky. And in 2015, he had a great season, earning Ohio Valley Conference Defensive Player of the Year honors with 22 and a half tackles for loss, 11 and a half sacks to go along with 63 total tackles. Like I said, I think this is a first round quality player. Now it's time for me to talk about his strengths and weaknesses. First, his strengths. He definitely has the versatility to play in the front seven as a front seven defender, and he definitely, I think he would be a better fit as an outside linebacker at the next level, a pass rush outside linebacker. He's 6'3", 251 pounds. I think he's a little bit, as far as his weight, a little bit undersized to play defensive end, but he needs to increase his speed just a little bit to play outside linebacker. He runs a 4.7 40. Now he had a great Senior Bowl practice workout during Senior Bowl week, where he showed his passion and his competitiveness to play at the next level. Shows a lot of passion as a football player who's willing to do just about anything for his team on the field. Now, he definitely has some power. He had 25 bench press reps at 225 pounds. Bench press, did a great job with that. Now, he definitely is a good fluid athlete, great balance, a great all-around athlete in general. And I thought he would, with him and Joey Bosa for Ohio State these past couple of seasons, they would definitely dominate. But Noah Spence, like I said, he had that off the field antic, which is the number one weakness that I've been looking at. Now, we've been seeing a lot of players year after year getting caught with banned substances. The most recent one is Martavius Bryant out of Pittsburgh, who's suspended for an entire year for 2016. That's not looking good for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We've been seeing knuckleheads doing this year after year, and Noah Spence showed here he's another knucklehead, and this is exactly why I don't see him as a first round pick, because of this off the field issue. He might bring that into his career, and he cannot do that. Players should definitely learn from this thing, just to try to control themselves off the field and just try to stay focused and try to get that money, if you understand what I'm saying. This is a first round quality player, but that is a big no-no to me, and I think it's a big no-no. I don't think it's that huge of a deal if he was just a bigger athlete, but it's a major concern for me, and that's why, because of that and the fact that he dropped into a lower competition school, I think that's why he had to go in the second round. Now, had he went to another FBS team and he pulled out those great numbers that I told you with 22 tackles for loss, I think he would definitely be a first round selection. But because of the mix of all that, I see him as a second round pick. But going on with other weaknesses, he needs to improve to his snap discipline and anticipation. Sometimes he could be over aggressive as far as at the line of scrimmage and cause some encroachment, which draws penalties. He also needs to work on using his hands to jolt off blockers at the point of attack. He can sometimes struggle converting from his speed and power. Needs to do a good job and with that coordination at that. But he's still a good, well-balanced player. And the one last thing that he one last thing that he has a weakness on. Sometimes I think he could be a better fit as far as a 3-4 defensive end, but I kind of wish that he would be a good 3-4 outside linebacker. But I just wish that size, if he was a little bit bigger as far as the weight, at around like 270, that would be a perfect weight for a defensive end. Now, we have seen lower weight defensive ends, but I think because of his size, but he doesn't have enough speed to play outside linebacker, he either needs to increase his speed or bulk up as far as his weight to play defensive end, to play hold up against the opposing offensive lineman a little bit better when coming off of the line of scrimmage. Now, overall, like I said, I see him as a second round pick because of the issues, but he is a first round quality player. Like I mentioned before, like Randy Gregory coming out of Nebraska in last year's draft, the Dallas Cowboys selected him in the third round. And I think this could be the same for Noah Spence, but he is a first round quality player. Now, the next time I'm going to catch you guys will actually be later on this week, in which I will give you more scout reports. Thank you for watching all of today's reports. I'm your man, Hakeem McCall. Be easy.